Hello friends and welcome to Festive Tech Calendar 2020. I am recording this video on Christmas Day, that is 25th of December, and it will be published on 30th of December. So hope you all had a nice Christmas and we must be looking forward to a great new year. Hopefully we will be leaving through the pandemic behind us very soon and we'll have a great year ahead. My video or the session is about SharePoint Starter Kit 2020. Before I start, I will take my Santa hat now so that I can focus on the video and also the lighting so that I can focus on the video much better. But as I said, hope you had a nice Christmas and a great year new ahead. Um, so a little about me. The session is about the overview of SharePoint Starter Kit V2. You can connect with me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and also don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Sync Ventures, and also the Festive Tech Calendar YouTube channel. So what is SharePoint Starter Kit? I hope you all know SharePoint. It's a platform for building applications, intranet, and a lot of other things. So what it is, it's a comprehensive solution created by a lot of great people to showcase how a packaging can be done in SharePoint, how the solution can be deployed in provision, and also how to you will get a lot of SPFx web parts and extensions to inspire and guide developers, and also how to use Graph API in SharePoint Online. Why you should have a look. This has been created by best people in the field, that is SharePoint Microsoft 65, means that the code design in this is very of high quality, and you can learn a lot from this. And you can learn also how to do things on your own, like you can learn how to package solutions, provisioning mechanism, coding guidelines, standards, build modern modern portals, and also some SPFx web part with works with SharePoint 2019, which is a great addition, which was not there in the version 1. So how to get started? To get started, it's pretty easy. You have some prerequisites that you should be a tenant admin, and your tenant should be set as target release. If you have not set your tenant as target release, if you set it, you should wait for a day at least. Otherwise, it might have problems. And your app catalog should also exist. If you don't have an app catalog, you should create it and wait for a few hours at least to get started with this. Otherwise, you might get also errors. Another important thing you need is PnP PowerShell, which is a prerequisite, and you should have installed it. If not, you can just Google PnP PowerShell and you will get it pretty easily. Though if you are done with the prerequisites, the next step is that you install source code from GitHub's PnP SP Starter Kit, and then you connect to PowerShell using Connect PnP Online, and you should connect to your tenant, and go to the provisioning folder and use this command, apply PnP template /part.starterkit PnP. I can show you the folder, how the source code looks like. So you can see that I have these folders, and here we have provisioning folder, and in this we have starterkit.pnp, and this is the one which will be used to install the starter kit. So what you get if you install this on your tenant, and I strongly advise that if you want to install it for the first time, you should install it on your test tenant and not on the production one. So you should not deploy it directly on the production, because a lot of apps, a lot of extensions are actually installed in this. So what you get is basically 3 site collections, a portal, demo portal, which is a hub site, and a couple of team sites, which are HR marketing in this case. So display the sites, which will be created as part of this. And we will have 16 custom web parts and 4 extensions created in this one, right? So I'll give first a demo of all the 3 site collections. You will have it created when you do this. So I have already downloaded, opened the site before, and you can see if I refresh it. So it has a lot of web parts, as I said before. So you can see this is a web part which displays the latest emails, upcoming meetings, your task, some news articles, time at different offices. So as you can see, I am from Örebro, Sweden, so I have set an office timing from here, and also some weather at offices, company events, and a lot of other web parts similar to this. My recent sites, my recent documents. So all those are already. So you can imagine that using that PnP installation, we are able to create such a big site with a lot of pages. Um, like and the menu like our company, people, values. So you can imagine that if you want to do a provisioning mechanism, you can use the same source code to do it like this. And as I said, we also get two team sites that is under department human resources. You can see, um, and also the marketing. So the team sites are pretty simple. It's not a complex one, but as you can see, as part of the package, install 3 sites. So that's important to understand. We also have a personal page where you can. So it will ask me to log in. It might not ask you to log in actually, but um, so I go back to organization and I go to personal. So the personal page is like a me page where you can see your upcoming meetings, your contacts, tasks, for which sites you are following, the documents, your email messages. You can see the people directory. You can look for people also. So if I click S, so this you can see my name here. These are the footer which is there. My links is also something extension which has been added. So you can add more links here if you want. So you can see edit my links from here, right? Similarly, tools which you want to add webmail, expense report, time report. So you can add different other tools here also. And this is also the footer which has been added as the extension, which you can also expand and see how it looks like this. And you can also edit from here. You can add more links and those kind of things. So you can see this creates the home page, a personal page for the user, and also a bunch of team sites also. Let's have a look into the site contents from here, and you can see what kind of list libraries have been created here. So you can see we have some footer links created here as we saw it, right? So the footer can be configured from here also. So you can add more footer links here if you need to do that. So, and this is grouped under application internal. So you can create different groups and do that also. Similarly, we have alert mechanism, which will be displayed on the top, when you have some, you want to display some alert, So let's say if I change the timing for this one, start date and end date. So let's give it September, October, December. So let's give it today. And also from here we can say till 4th of January and save. So now if I go back to, so you can see DOS means the demo on SharePoint Starter Kit V2. So that shows up here. I can make it a bit bigger also. So you can see this is the alert which has been displayed on this, and you can actually customize it on your own, that you can make the font size bigger, some other color according to your branding, but the mechanism works. So the moment you add an alert there, it shows up on your site. So you can imagine why I'm showing this in very detail, that you need to understand the whole provisioning mechanism, install 3 sites, a lot of custom web parts which have been created, and also extensions. A lot of functionality, good functionality, has been given free of cost to you, right? So you can utilize that and build your intranet, build your sites using this mechanism also. So let's go back to our slide now. Provisioning. If you like to make some customization in provisioning to this, what you can do is that you can edit the starterkit.xml file, which is under the source slash templates folder. Once you have done that, you will be able to save it as another PnP file. In that case, I have saved it as customer starter.pnp. And then you need to connect to the PnP Online and again apply this template using apply PnP template on your tenant. And then it will, install all the changes you have made to the starter kit XML. And you can actually write a complete new XML file with this so that it installs 2 sites, 1 site, or whatever, or different pages you need to do, right? So now I will go through the source code a bit. So I have used Visual Studio Code here, and the starter kit.xml file is under templates, as I mentioned, right? And you can see here that we have parameters defined, and these are the parameters which are used to create the sites or the pages or the different other settings which will be applied to your sites, right? So here you can see that the name of the site, the URL. So there are 3 sites, right? Stock symbol, like there is a stock web part, so which symbol needs to be used, right? Then also like what permissions are needed. As I said, it uses Microsoft Graph. So basically you can see the web part which displays the Outlook emails, right? That is coming from Microsoft Graph actually. And to do that, you need basically these permissions which have been defined here, right? So you need to do that. App catalog. So basically you need to, all these app catalogs, apps will be actually installed on your tenant, and you will be able to see them there, right? Then we have site scripts, which have been also defined in what sequence the site will be installed, right? So the first is the root template, and we will install the first site, which will be a hub site, as you can see here, right? Communication hub site has been created. So similar to that, and then we will have the term stores. So there will be a lot of terms actually created in the term stores, and these are the values which will be inserted. So this is also defined in your XML, and that is why we also need a tenant level admin access to do such things in your tenant. Otherwise, the starter kit .pnp will fail. Um, then the sequence does, and then we have the templates created, PnP footer links. This is a list instance to store the footers, so all those fields, which fields are needed in each list, that has also been defined, like this. Then we have navigation. So we have the global navigation, so personal, organization, department, as you saw before. And then we have the local one, who we are, our company, facts, control, socials, lead people. So you saw that there were 2 levels of navigation. One is the current navigation, and the other one was the global navigation, right? So you can see, if you want to learn how to customize the navigation through provisioning mechanism, you just have the example here, which you can actually use. So similar to that, we can also define site fields, how to define that. Content types, what content types. So you can imagine all the components which are needed to create a site, like content type, site field, list, themes, site descriptions, and everything has been defined in the XML file. So all kind of examples there, which you can actually learn from this. And the client side pages, right? This is a modern site, so we have client side pages created, and here you can actually learn how to create client side pages through the provisioning mechanism, how you can define them, how to add the web parts, so all those have been defined here pretty easily. So you can see, from where it is getting. So that is how this starter.kit.xml can be created. And for my example, actually, what I did was I added some pages, more pages to this starter kit.xml, and it worked actually pretty fine. As I said, it is pretty simple. You create a copy of your starter kit.xml. You edit it and then just use these commands, and then you are good to go. And you might not face any issues. If you face any issues, in the previous slide, I have said where you should log your issues. I had a small issue with this, but I was able to solve it, which you can actually find on my blog in detail. Also, and one thing is, I know that if you have MFA enabled, then you might have issues, which you can actually read on the GitHub site of theirs. So let's move forward. As I said, the SharePoint 2019 is so the full how the SharePoint Starter Kit works for SharePoint Online. It doesn't work exactly the same way for 2019. So the biggest difference is that the apply PnP template actually doesn't work for 2019. Is not available as of now. So what you can do is you can deploy individual apps in 2019 farm and use these apps, right? So, but all the apps are not available for 2019 because there are certain limitations in 2019, right? So these are the apps which are allowed: banner, followed sites, links, people directory, site information, tiles, weather, world clock. And what you need to do is you need to copy the package from the source code you have downloaded, which is under SPFx starter kit master source solution name SharePoint solution, and upload it to the app catalog of your farm. So you can see actually from here. So I will show solution. Sorry, not from here. Source. And you can see these are the web parts actually here, which you can visualize. I will try to make it bigger for you. Right, and let's make it more bigger. So you can see library starter kit, React application alerts, footer, portal footer, banner, personal calendar, people directory, So all these are different other web parts. So let's see if we want to copy the tile. So we go inside this SharePoint solution and this package. So this is the package which you need to install. So I have a 2019 server actually in Azure virtual machine. If you want to learn how to install SharePoint 2019 on the Azure virtual machine, I have a blog on my blog, singventures.com. You can have a look there. So you can see that this is a 2019 central administration. I have a site, a demo site created, and you can see I have uploaded two apps here, the tiles app here and the weather client actually app uploaded already, which can be used here. You can see I will reload this. So this is the app configure tiles. You can see. So this is the tiles app. So I can say configure the tiles, and I can say sync ventures. Okay. www.syncventures.com. Home. Target, you can see, okay, current window, and then save. And you can see this is the tiles web part, which can be used in 2019. And similar to that, there are other apps which can be used. So the process is pretty simple. You take the package, install in your app catalog, and then it is ready to use on any of your SharePoint sites actually. So this is how you can actually utilize this web parts which have been provided. Of course, it would have been the best that we would have a provisioning mechanism for 2019 also, but unfortunately it is not there yet. Hopefully it can be in the future, but at least you get this much. As I said, in the version 1, it was not like this. There was no support for 2019, but in the version 2, we have a support now. Okay, so references, you can visit GitHub, which is the original source code from where you can download. And there is a developer.microsoft.com blog also, which you can. There was a very good session from Eric Overfield on in the very first ever PnP virtual conference, which also happened in 2020, how to make starter kit your own. Basically, he explains in very great detail how to use the provisioning mechanism and create your own provisioning mechanisms, which you can actually visit. And I have also a blog around this, which you can actually visit. And I'll take you through my blog actually a bit to show some of the other things. So in the blog also I have explained in a lot detail the things which we discussed. So I'll make it a bit bigger. Okay, close and accept. So I think these things I have already explained, so I'm not going to show you. So this here, this the the source code which you can actually download through the GitHub desktop or download through zip. And as I said, it is pretty simple. You connect to PnP Online and then use this. And it takes 10 to 15 minutes to execute. And now if it all goes well, 3 sites will be created. And there is a small video around this, which you can actually watch the complete provisioning mechanism, what it does. So I have played it. So as you can see that I have now run the command, and then it will start the provisioning mechanism. And you can see it is trying to apply different templates here, you know. And what I want to show you is the end of this. Yeah. So you can see we have 3 sites created here. This is the end message which we should expect when you run the apply PnP TMP command. Okay. And as I said, if you face issues, you can report it to them. And the issue I faced was that we were getting exception while invoking endpoint. So the error message was like this. So what I did was that I installed a particular module of the SharePoint PowerShell PnP Online, which is 3.20. So basically the latest version was not working. So I had to install this particular version. But when I did this one, it was a problem like this. But I think it is now solved. So you should try with the latest PnP PowerShell. If it is not working, I recommend this solution to you, which you can utilize. And then you can do, and what you need to also do is that you need to connect to your tenant admin and to your tenant SharePoint.com. So basically, not only to the site, a particular SharePoint site, but to the admin site also. Okay. And if you do all this, it should be the end result as I showed before you in the video. And as I said, you can also have different provisioning parameters. Basically, you can actually say that uh, your site URL prefix can be different, other things, what weather city you want to have the installation. So you don't need to change it in the starterkit.xml. It can be overridden through some of the customizations done through parameters also. Okay. So how it looks like after installation, basically you get a 3 site as I have highlighted here. And this is a demo of the site which I showed you already, so which I will skip that. And these are the different web parts which will be installed on your app catalog, which you can visualize here. And as I have already explained you how to work in SharePoint 19, so I'm not going to do that. So yeah, so let's go back to the slides. So yeah, thanks a lot for joining me on this session. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you also learned something out of it. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on Twitter or LinkedIn, and don't forget to follow my YouTube channel syncventures.com, my blog syncventures.com, and my YouTube channel Sync Ventures. So hope you all had a nice Christmas and great looking forward to the next year. So thank you all, and thanks a lot to all the organizers for the festive tech calendar. It has been a wonderful month now, and lots of good stuff around all the Microsoft things. A lot of general learning stuff also around it. So thanks to all the organizers, Richard, Isadora, or to Gregor and to everybody else also on the team who has helped us to reach this milestone. So yeah, thank you today. Thanks for today. Bye.